Today, we'll continue to our tour in the Western Black Sea region with Karabuk. Karabuk is one of our new and small-scale provinces. It stands as if leaning its back to the mountains and opens its arms to the Black Sea with all these beauties peculiar to the Black Sea region. The very green forests, unique plateaus, cheerful people are perhaps some of the most characteristic properties of Karabuk. The population of Karabuk is around 120,000 in the city center. The history of the city goes back to the early years of the Republic. It was a small sub-village formed by 13 houses in the Ölebeli village of Safranbolu, afterwards a district of Zonguldak. Karabuk is located on the Istanbul-Kastamonu highway and has a railway station on the Ankara-Zonguldak railway. It was built in the 1930s as the seat of the iron and steel industry of Turkey. Originally a small village, it became a fast-growing industrial town when the iron and steel works was opened in 1937. The economy has developed parallel to iron and steel industry. In addition to Kardemir, big steel workshops, iron rolling mills and casting foundries are the other members of iron and steel industry in Karabuk. In the last years, the province economy has been colored with the textile, marble, cement and wooden-based product-producing factories established in addition to the existing iron and steel plants, so the capital's district economy mainly depends on production industry. The region where Karabuk is has an old historical identity. There are no proven facts about the origin of its name. In Turkish, Kara means black or land, and Buk means corner, but some local people believe that Buk is the name of the vegetation in the area, so maybe Karabuk means land of Buk vegetation. In those years, the regional vegetation was mainly formed from the black bushes. The Turkmen group who had lived on this geography had been called as Karabuk community, where the origin of their name was the same as well. Our team gathered beautiful scenes around Karabuk for you. You can easily understand that you are in one of the paradise corners of our country. We'll try to present Karabuk from cultural and historical point of views. Hadrianopolis Antique City is one of the cultural values coming into mind. As a result of the archaeological excavations and studies executed in the Karabuk province, the ruins of the ancient Hadrianopolis city had been discovered inside the borders of the Eskipazar district, which was assumed to be founded in BC 64 in the Roman civilization period. Another important settlement area belonging to this ancient city is Kimistene, located at the Asar Hill. As the result of excavation studies, scientists came to an agreement that Hadrianopolis survived from the Romans to the Ottomans. We had mentioned about Karabuk iron and steel works called Kardemir in the beginning. This factory is of great importance for Turkey as well as for Karabuk because Turkish Republic's Industrial Revolution, in other words, the first step from agriculture to industry, had started with Kardemir. The government-owned factory subsequently drew migrants from neighboring regions. Karabuk was incorporated as a town in 1953 and became the capital of newly established Karabuk province in 1995. The corporation is well known with the feature of factory which makes factories. After much political debate, the Turkish government privatized the iron and steel works in 1994.
Karabük ilimiz 1937 yılına kadar Safranbolu ilçesi.
Karabuk was a village of Safranbolu and in 1937 fastly developed and enlarged with the foundation of Kardemir. Safranbolu became a culture center with its well-protected historical wooden houses survived up till now. Together with Istanbul, Safranbolu is one of the two cities which is in the list of the World Heritage Cities. It is also among the best protected 20 cities of Europe listed by UNESCO. Safranbolu is not only famous for its wooden houses, but also with its fountains, castle, baths, Mengeles Cave, bridges and canyons. Yenice is one of the districts of Karabuk. Especially, you should visit the forest in the Balıkesir region. Not only has the road passed through the mountains, but also the railway. So, the railway workers want to work on this line because of this unique scenery. Yenice is like an outdoor museum with its huge variety of trees. Its forests take up nearly 95 hectares of area. Yenice is ideal as a place to get away and relax. The forest is also perfect for taking long walks. It has fresh, clean air and colorful green scenery. There are many places to see. Nature lovers enjoy the walks into the forest most of all, and Yenice is suitable for rambling. The Şeker Canyon is also suitable for canyon trekking and is located 3 kilometers along the Karabuk-Yenice highway. The trek is about 7 kilometers, and trekkers will be challenged by the narrow passes and rising water levels along this trek. The canyon is also good for rock climbing. It can be said that Ovacık is the most charming district of Karabuk. The total population of Ovacık is around 10,000, including the villages. Ovacık has a lot of historical ruins from the long past of the region. Of these, the King Tomb from the Lydian era in the quarter of Karakoyunlu is the most important one. The most popular district of Karabuk is of course Safranbolu. The most important element which brought Safranbolu forward in our country and in the world at the scope of the culture tourism is the Safranbolu houses constructed in the style of the traditional Turkish architecture. These houses are attractive both in the scope of urban positions and their architecture styles. There are approximately 2,000 traditional Turkish houses at the district center constructed at the beginning of the 18th and the 19th centuries. Safranbolu houses are the most important historical values reflecting the Turkish urban culture formed in hundreds of years and carrying those cultural values to today's world. In order to get some knowledge about Safranbolu houses, we should know much enough about the climate, culture, family structure, economy and traditions of the region. Historical Sundial, Clock Tower, Old Government Hall, the old jail behind the Government Hall are historical properties, making people feel themselves in a journey back to the past. İncekaya Water Aqueduct takes attention as a different structure among the historical values. Kaymakamlar Museum House. The house is located on the Çarşı section of Safranbolu district. This museum is nationalized and founded from a splendid Safranbolu house in the scope of Safranbolu Improvement and Preservation Project of Ministry of Culture in 1979 and had been restored and arranged. The house had entered service in 1981 as Education Center and Museum House and had been named as Kaymakamlar House because of its former owner. It's open for visit in daylight hours. While having a panoramic tour of Safranbolu, you should begin with the Hıdırlık Hill, since Safranbolu cannot be seen much more beautiful than anywhere else. Cinci Inn. The inn is located at the Çeşme quarter of Safranbolu district at the middle of the bazaar. This magnificent structure is constructed in Safranbolu by the Rumeli Kazaskeri Cinci Hoca, who had gained power and became rich during the period of Sultan Ibrahim. It was built 360 years ago. It was restored and has been used as a hotel. Bulak Menjulis Cave is located at the Bulak village. With its 6.5 kilometers length, it is the fourth largest cave of our country. The cave is natural wonder with its stalagmites, stalactites, travertine, small lakes and underground river. The cave formed in millions of years, and it was proved that the cave is beneficial for the diseases of asthma and bronchitis. Do you know that the stones used to build Anıtkabir were sent from Karabuk? You can see the stone blocks on the screen now. The region of Karabuk has a rich cuisine culture. There is a great variety of meals, most of which are only native to this region. Peruhi is one of them. Another one is noodles with curd and walnut. Safranbolu bükmesi and trit are among the interesting meals of this region.
Karabük, Batı Karadeniz bölgesinin çok özellikli bir kent.
Karabuk is a high-featured city of the Western Black Sea region. The historical and cultural values and its geographic location are the substructure possibilities of Karabuk, supporting the expectations of becoming a brand name city. We have a cultural wealth like Safranbolu, one of the World Heritage Cities. Yenice is like an outdoor museum with its huge variety of trees in its forests, ancient cities in Eskipazar, plateaus in Ovacık and Eflani. In the square, we realized the natural beauties on the one side, and on the other hand, the history and cultural values. I want to emphasize that Karabuk is an important industrial city as well. Karabuk became a fast-growing industrial town when the iron and steel works was opened in 1937. I invite all people all over the world who are interested in natural beauties, history and culture to Safranbolu and Karabuk. And I want to make an invitation to all Karabuk citizens to make investments here in Karabuk for Karabuk, no matter where they live at the moment. We tried to introduce Karabuk in such a limited time, but are not satisfied with what we have showed. Take your camera and go to Karabuk. There are many other beauties waiting for you to be discovered. The friendship and the sympathy of Karabuk citizens are the other dimensions of the fact.